I did a live feed for CNN from Bahrain, and I had some of the friends and family members around me, and we were going to go live, and Larry says to me,
yeah.
Jermaine, who are all these people sitting around you? And I said, these are people from the Middle East to show their support for my brother. And he said, well, we have a problem. I said, who has a problem? He's loved by everyone. He said, well, my producer says if we show these people, our viewers are going to want to know, what do they feel, how do they feel about the soldiers being treated in Iraq? So I'm saying, Larry, what does it got to do with my brother?
Yes.
But see, that goes to show you, in these major news media outlets, it's controlled by what's being said. So we look at this country as a democracy, but at the same time, it has a bit of dictatorship, really. They're being told what to say. And 99% of the people believe this stuff.
So did Michael like it in the Gulf region? He was there with us for more than 1 year.
He loved it because he told me it was different, and he loved the call of prayer, and he just
loved the call of prayer.
Yeah,
and
he loved the peacefulness. It's
yeah.
peaceful, and you know the way the Middle East is portrayed in this world is like it's war and people ducking bombs and this and that. That's why it disturbs me. Even during 9/11, when I spoke out about
yeah.
how me being a Muslim doing.
So many people in the Middle East want to know your story, why you converted to Islam.
Sure. Well, it happened being around children, being around just innocent children. I made a trip to Bahrain in 1989, and I was with my friend Ali Gamber, who's just the most wonderful person.
Yeah.
Throughout all the friends I've had in Hollywood and all over the years, he's #1. And I say that in all honesty because he's a good soul. And I was around some of his family members and kids and stuff, and they were so sweet and so kind, but it was what Michael talked about the pureness of kids' questions. Yes. And the laughter and everything. And I said, are all these children Muslims? And he said, yes. But even before then, I knew there was something in my soul, and I think knowing that when we were brought as a people from Africa to the States, we were originally Muslims, and it was this white slave masters that put the Christianity on us. And so I basically was going back to my roots, but at the same time, it felt good. It was a feeling that I can't explain, but we drove from Bahrain to Riyadh, and I saw prayer on the side of the roads. Yes. During 5 o'clock. Then we got to Riyadh. We made a flight from Riyadh to Jeddah, and I went to Mecca, and it was just the most wonderful feeling because I felt so pure, so special. And I knew that was the connection because I had grown up as a Jehovah's Witnesses, knocking on doors, yes. And the doors had been slammed in my face. And I remember all of this because my brother Tito and I were the two going to knock on doors. But I never felt a connection until I embraced Islam because there were always questions in my mind. How many of us are going to heaven, and what do we have to do to
yes.
to get there? But they could never really give me the right answers, and I didn't feel complete from the answers. When I made my journey to the Middle East and I embraced Islam, it came full circle. I called my mother and I said, I'm very happy. I'm a Muslim. She had already known. There was a journalist from the UK that followed us,
yeah.
and that was working for Gulf News.
Yeah.
And she reported everything, and I saw me.
What did she tell you when she knew?
I've seen her since then, and she said, well, I did the first story, and it broke here, and I don't know how they broke the story, but I felt wonderful, and I felt complete, and I felt that I was ready for whatever.